gonna tell a terrible story to all of you.
Now, to give everyone a bit of context, this was read aloud. Every sentence of it, every single word, was read in my creative writing class at a college I go to. And this was early in the morning, and my head was pounding, and never have I experienced such horrible secondhand embarrassment.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, I'll start fucking around.
Let's
Emily and
introduce our characters.
Stop.
Emily and Henry decided to have some friends sleep over because their parents would be out of town. They invited 5 of their friends: Stacy, Anthony, Mark, Travis, and Steven. I'll let our wonderful artist Amy here.
I forgot their names already.
Mark, you're missing Mark, Travis, Anthony, and...
Steven. You forgot Steven.
No, Steven's the red hat.
No,
Mar-
that's not Steven.
Yeah.
Comes in later.
Okay, fine.
He comes in later.
Here's Steven.
That's Steven. And now we need a, did we get Henry? We need a Henry. No names. Wait, hold on. Yeah, wait, put him as Anthony too. He's Anthony.
Wait,
Remember, Red Hat.
did I draw too many?
No, you have it right. He's Anthony. The red hat is a very important person.
Got it.
Now,
Anthony is actually Anthony Stephen or something like this.
we'll get there. Now then. We're all, because we're and all do not have a space and are therefore a new word, we're all invited to come over. Stacy, Anthony, and Mark came earlier in the day to work on some band practice. Not on some music, on some band practice, before the rest of their buddies came over. Emily started writing lyrics for her brother, but was struggling with a bout of writer's block. Even though that's misspelled and there's no space between with a and then connecting it to the about, it still actually makes sense that way, so hey, I guess it worked. She started writing guitar chords instead, comma and. I say comma and because there's no space between comma and, so it's the new word instead and. Then told Henry in sign language that she's not sure how to shake off the writer's block. Anthony has known Henry for a few months, but hasn't met his sister Emily until that day when Anthony came to band practice to become the new acoustic guitar player. Anthony asked Stacy and Mark, why is she moving her arms like that? Is she using a secret language to Henry? Stacy.
It's quality. Quality?
Stacy told Anthony, no, she doesn't have a voice. She uses sign language. Henry then said, Anthony, this is my sister Emily. She's a mute, so she uses sign language and note writing to communicate. I can translate for you because clearly Stacy didn't say it right in the sentence before mine, but Emily was. That was not verbatim. However, it's true. Anthony responded with, okay, well, it's nice to meet you, Emily. Henry told me you two started this band together. He translated her sign language as she said, instead of signed, I suppose, because she suddenly got her voice back. Yeah, we both know guitar, and I also know drums and piano. A new paragraph. All of a sudden, they heard a mysterious scream coming from the attic. The scream is mysterious? I don't know, it must be confused. At first, the new character is introduced. God damn it, Amy. Alright, Amy, introduce our new character, Anthony, Steven, and Travis. Now, reading this, you may be wondering, no, clearly they must be hearing this, they must be talking about Anthony, Steven, and Travis. No. This is the new character, Anthony, Steven, and Travis, because there are no commas between Anthony, Steven, and Travis, meaning that his name is Anthony, Steven, and Travis. However, he only appears in this line of the story. I think the author might have forgot about him. However, he is likely the most developed character in the story. At first, Anthony, Steven, and Travis thought it was a prank. It's a prank, bro. Emily and Henry knew that something was wrong and were about to call 911. Unfortunately, the phone line was down, and all their cell phones spontaneously went dead. All of a sudden, a banshee appears out of nowhere and flew into the living room, grabbed Anthony. It's not that the banshee grabbed Anthony, just grabbed Anthony and flew up into the attic. Immediately, Travis stormed up the stairs, chasing the banshee. Oh my god. It's actually a missile. If you haven't noticed, our artist here, Amy, is actually the son of Da Vinci. Oh god.
Shit. Okay, we can make it work.
Oh god, my mortal paint enemy, not complete circles.
Oh god.
Oh no.
But once he got up to the door, it immediately closed, locking him from the outside. You know, I have to say, this is actually a really smart design on the people who made that door and installed it, because what if someone got, like, locked in the attic? How are they going to get out? So, you know, props to the author for making a safe environment for these children to be in. Henry was shocked because of a portal that appeared. I was about to say in the living room, but it actually is just appeared living room. The sentence actually just goes, Henry was shocked because of a portal that appeared living room. Then out of the portal came a man limping, covered in a cloak as dark as antimatter, which I will remind the which I shall remind the audience actually does not have a color, and was holding a staff with a crystal ball glowing like a bright green firefly. That was actually kind of a nice little comparison there, I have to say. I'll give him some credit. Simile, that's it. Everyone else was completely freaked out and about to have panic attacks. The man looked... Yeah, all of them at once. Especially Anthony, Steven, Travis.
Cloaks are they're all the trigger.
Yeah, especially for Anthony, Steven, and Travis. He had a bad history with dark men and antimatter cloaks. That's why he died. That's why he doesn't get mentioned anymore, is he died.
Yeah, dude, the slug beast got him.
The slug beast.
Oh god. Continue.
The man looked at Henry and Emily and said, "For each hour you avoid giving me what I want, my pet banshee, not his minion, his pet. He bought it. He got it off the street. It's a rescue. Will take another hostage until you two are the only ones left. Your grandfather left behind a very important tome, and if I don't have it by tomorrow's dawn, I will start killing the hostages." Emily and Henry waste no time looking for the book, as they realize that dialogue is not important to this piece, even though they have no idea what this book is called or what it's about. They rush back into the living room to ask their friends to help get Anthony back. The cloaked man said with a smirk that someone just got shot.
What was that?
I don't know.
Interesting. Anyways, they rush back into the living room to ask their friends to help get Anthony back. The cloaked man decided with a smirk on his face that he enjoyed the hostage crisis he caused, in hopes of forcing the book's locations out of their young minds, as we must clearly state exactly what every character feels at every moment. You must find the one with the treasure map inside. There's no period here, so I guess it's the same sentence, so I'll reread it as the same sentence. You must find the one with the treasure map inside. I would look for it, but your grandfather placed vicious protection spells around the book. But don't think for a second that you are safe from my wrath, because I may only be able to enter this room, but my banshee can and will attack you everywhere else. My quarrel here is that the antagonist just explained one of his glaring weaknesses and that he can only leave the room, or can only exist in this room. Page 2.
You said there are 3 pages, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hours into their search of their grandfather's belongings, they started with his hidden safe in the closet of their grandfather's basement office. However, now that we've brought up this plot piece of the grandfather's hidden safe, we're going to completely ignore it and then spend several hours searching every book in the house, except for the attic where they were unable to enter. As this time went by, they were slowing down, for the cloaked man's banshee had taken Stacy, and an hour later, Stephen. We still do not know the whereabouts of Anthony, Stephen, and Travis. They were slowly giving up because they searched every room. Semicolon. Why? Who knows? They were forced to ask the cloaked man to allow them entrance into the attic to continue their search. The banshee had no choice but to agree with her master, so she left each hostage in a different room so they could not be rescued. This was not important to explaining the plot. Or anything. This doesn't make sense. As the attic search went on, Emily found a book with a lock on the shelf. Semicolon. They assume this was the book. They offered the book to the Banshee's master, hoping for their release, but he forced them to find a key. So they were forced to return to their search. Emily was moving things around. Forced. Emily was moving things around on a shelf when a paper slid out from behind a broken picture frame. The note was from their grandfather.
Wow.
Family, I apologize for leaving you in the way that I did. I had no choice but to flee the terrible writing and spare you the pain. If you are finding this, I assume you have found my book and are in search of the key. If this is happening, I must also assume that you are in trouble. So, you must be prepared, and always remember, every story has some truth to it, including bedtime stories that I told you at a young age. That's actually kind of a cute line. I don't know why, but I like it. It could be written a bit better.
It doesn't flow together very well.
It doesn't flow together very well, but what he's trying to say, I feel,
like,
written well, would be kind of a cute little... Anyways. Use this key wisely. Semicolon. The book shall explain all you need to know. Love, Theodore Way,
I
who
legitimately
actually...
thought you said the book will explode, and I was like, about to lose my shit. I was about to lose my shit.
book will explode.
I heard X, and I was like, oh god, he's gonna say explode.
Love, Theodore Way, who I think actually might be the most profound character at this point. Book of secrets and shit. God damn it. The kids searched the shelf frantically for the key to open the book, comma, it was found in a small vase at the very top. This might be the worst sentence in the entire, piece, actually. There was no point to saying that they were searching the shelf if you're just going to say it was found in a small vase right afterwards. Just, no. They went for the book and opened it, but as the key made the final turn of the lock, the entire book began to shake. The book opened in their hands, a light shining bright as the... Yeah, so I don't know where this book's open.
As opposed to a portion of the entire solid object of the book. It just fucking starts artifacting.
I mean, if you put it that way, it doesn't make sense. But in this way, I can see it making sense. I can see what he's trying to say. A light shining as bright as the sun filled the room. When they were finally able to adjust their eyes back to the room, semicolon, a creature stood before them. This creature looked much like their grandfather used to describe in their stories. He had 3 heads, semicolon, a lion, comma, a dragon, and a goat. So it was a dragon and a goat. There's a new character, a dragon and a goat. It ran the length of their couch with a tail about the same length and wings the same size as the body. It stood to about 4 feet off the ground, yet bowed down to Henry and Emily. The creature made a motion with its tail for them to get on. They hesitated for a moment before Emily climbed onto the front head, the lion, leaving Henry to ride the dragon, as Mark rode the goat and Travis to sit on the back where he hung onto Emily. We can only assume the better character of the group, Anthony, Steven, and Travis, is dead. Before they left the attic, Henry skimmed the book and found out that the creature was called the Chimera and that his name was Raphael. Why? And that he has three share one mind and personality, but differ slightly by the heads. For those that didn't hear me, I will repeat that statement. His name was Raphael, and that he has three share one mind and personality, but differ slightly by the heads.
You are now entering the Chimera's lair.
What is that from?
That's the fucking Gauntlet Dark Legacy reference that I was searching for a solid 5 minutes, but you were meandering around about the Chimera.
The lion was honorable, the dragon was wise, the goat was kind, and all of them were brave. See, that's like probably the best sentence in this entire piece. And it's actually a pretty good sentence, I have to say. It flows rather well. There's like metaphorical significance to it. There's like metaphorical significance to it if Raphael literally wasn't just the plot chimera.
Plot Chimera.
Plot Chimera.
You'll understand why he's the plot chimera in a second. Raphael's now here's where he describes his OC. Please don't steal. Raphael's powers were mind reading, the ability to breathe fire, roars with powerful shockwaves made out of pure sound, which implies that there are roars which send out shockwaves that may or may not be made of pancakes.
Probability.
And mind-bending physical strength and speed.
Mind bending.
Mind freak! Okay. Raphael read their minds.
Exodia. No one's ever managed to play him before. Mind crush.
That's a pretty accurate description of what Raphael is.
Okay.
Raphael read their
Okay,
minds.
here's my question
What?
before we get to anything else.
What?
How many of those like 4 or 5 powers are actually even mentioned anymore in the entire story?
They aren't. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Well, we'll see. Raphael read their minds and knew his was more than ready for battle. For battle. Why did I say it like that? Like I'm fucking what is it? Borat?
I'm angry.
The Banshee came into the attic, ready to take another hostage, and immediately Raphael charged toward the Banshee. The Banshee attempted to use its illusion spells to create the appearance of there being 5 Banshees in the room, but it failed because Raphael's dragon head had inferred vision and detected the real Banshee's body heat. Are we implying that this ghost had a
Holy
body
shit,
temperature?
Did he actually say that? Did he
Yes.
actually say the Banshee had body heat?
Had inferred vision and detected the real Banshee's body heat.
You know, there's a very particular point of like a terrible Zelda Flash animation where he like Link is in the forest temple and the fucking ghost
Darkness.
approaches and he's like, hey, if you can beat me, I'll give you this cheap piece of shit fairy bow. And he's like, okay, and like 4 cardboard cutouts come down from the screen, come from the fucking ceiling, and they all like slowly just fall over. As Link's just like, okay, it's this guy because he's the one that's not a cardboard cutout.
Oh god.
Oh Jesus.
Raphael struck the Banshee across her ghost-like face. We know it's a fucking ghost-like face. It's a Banshee. With it claws that were as sharp as a katana sword, leaving behind bright red scars on the left side of the Banshee's face. This is also implying that the Banshee is bleeding. What? Oh, also interesting.
Wait, I'm sorry, who wielded the katana?
Oh wait,
Apparently
let me
Bear's
repeat
claws
it.
are sharp as katana, folded over 1,000 times. Close.
I'm sorry, Raphael's are? Raphael's are?
Raphael struck the Banshee across her ghost-like face with it claws that were as sharp as a katana sword, leaving behind.
Ghost-like. What?
I mentioned that already.
Yeah, I know, but I can't get over that. Like, and
Leaving.
katana.
Wait, hold on. But it's striking a Banshee, leaving behind bright red scars on the left side of the Banshee's face. Glorious Nippon steel, cut through anything. Sophie, Banshee Gaijin.
Gaijin, go home.
Banshee Gaijin are not allowed here. Fucking kill me. The Banshee spun around and retaliated with a palm strike to Raphael's dragon face, as it recently learned karate. I don't know. Fucking palm strike it? What the fuck is this kind of attack? Then kicked his lion face with the legs that it clearly had, as it is a ghost. And started breathing toxic air at the kids. Then used her powerful scream to send their ears ringing. I'd like to imagine all of this is happening at the same time. So there's like no pause. It's just like
so question. Are any of the kids even doing anything?
no. As I'm saying, Raphael, the plot chimera, has come.
Palm strike, then immediately turn around and breathe toxic air on the kids, and then
While it's
immediately
kicking it.
do the fucking scream.
Oh, but
So like, are the kids just there?
yeah, they're just there. They just exist.
They're not even there to drive the plot. That's all Raphael.
Yeah, it's all Raphael.
Dude, Raphael's the best character.
Yeah.
Dude.
Now hold on.
That's the only character that's because of
Scream. No, here's another glaring one. Used her powerful scream to send their ears ringing.
oh,
To
no.
send their ears ringing. After the scream, the Banshee grabbed Mark hostage, running for her master, and started shooting fire and ice spells from her hands.
Okay, so she grabbed.
She has like 10 arms, alright? Fuck you.
Alright, whatever.
Bruh.
I was gonna say, like, she would have to have at least one arm grabbing. So
Bruh, if you read-
she couldn't have been
Bruh,
casting spells from her
if you
hands.
followed my DeviantArt, you would have known that the Banshee has 10 arms, okay?
Oh my god.
You also would
Actually,
know
I
that.
think does it actually have 10 arms?
No,
Okay.
I'm just memeing because this sounds like something out of DeviantArt.
Yeah, it does.
Raphael followed at full speed over the stairs with the remaining kids and run past the Banshee, knocked out the wizard. Hold on. Marvel at this sentence. From her hands. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, this sentence goes on that long. Okay. After the scream, the Banshee grabbed Mark hostage. This is one sentence, by the way. Grabbed Mark hostage, comma, running for her master and started shooting fire and ice spells from her hands, comma. Raphael followed at full speed over the stairs with the remaining kids and run past the Banshee, knocked out the cloaked wizard out cold with his goat head. That is the sentence.
You know, there used to be this girl in my like elementary school class, right?
Yeah.
That would not put periods that much in her shit. So
Yeah,
my
but
teacher
it's
would literally
grade
make
school.
her read out the entire sentence without pause because she didn't do like periods. And,
Yeah.
like, it was horrible. And as far as I know, like she didn't like learn her lessons like middle school.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
I mean, it's not as bad as this guy.
It's middle school, grade school. I'm not gonna really follow a kid that hard. Some people, it comes hard.
You know your shit.
Yeah, it comes harder to
You
some
know
kids, you
generally
know.
how to like construct sentences.
Yeah, it comes harder to some kids. Anyways. Where were we? Raphael the grabbed staff with his dragon mouth and the cloaked wizard wrapped in his tail. I'm just telling you right now, the sentence is structured. Raphael the grabbed the glowing staff.
Did you say what did you just say to me?
Raphael the grabbed the glowing staff with his dragon mouth and the cloaked wizard wrapped in his tail. Period. We must, Amy, for the record, please note there that Raphael's title is the Grabbed. His title is the Grabbed. Jesus, swept a fucking
Raphael the
river.
Crab with the slug beast.
Dare you enter my magical domain?
The kid's ears return to normal then. This is one sentence. The kid's ears return to normal then. Travis jumped toward the Banshee. The Banshee dodged him and attempted to grab Travis as he was about to hit the floor. Raphael then used his lion jaws to tear, T-A-R-E, into the Banshee's neck and burned the evil wizard along with the remains of the Banshee with him. So in the time span that he lunged at him with his jaws, the Banshee was like already dead on the ground. Like the prospect of the Chimera attacking him
Fire!
made the Banshee have a heart attack and made him fall right on top of the fucking wizard man, and then they all just got burned up immediately.
Busted.
The way the sentence is structured, that happened all of in like 5 seconds, dude. Like this Chimera is on top of things. He is the danger.
No, I would just like to ask, did anyone other than Henry actually do anything?
I mean, Emily found the letter.
Okay.
And
No,
Anthony, Steve, and Travis stole our hearts.
he really did.
You really did.
The spells locking the doors had been reversing effect, thus freeing the remaining
Had
hostages.
been a reversing effect.
Yes. Emily and the rest of them. Emily.
And the rest of them.
No, you don't understand. Emily and the. Emily and the rest of them, those who. Here's the sentence. Hold on, I have to stop giggling. Emily and the rest of them, those who saw the Banshee's demise, decided to explain all that went down to Anthony, Stacy, and Stephen. Anthony and the rest of them, those.
And the rest of them, those.
Oh my god. Stacy then said, "What will you do now, knowing that monsters are real and this Chimera is a friend of yours, of your missing grandfather's?" He apostrophed grandfathers, so it is grandfather is.
Holy shit.
Henry responded with,
Hold on. What did you say? No, read
The-
the sentence again.
What will you do now, knowing that monsters are real and this Chimera is a friend of your grandfather is?
No, that's true. It's apostrophe
Yeah.
is possessive.
Really? I thought.
It's actually
No,
a
yeah.
full sentence.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it does have a possessive.
I mean, it's
If
possessive.
referring-
I thought it was the apostrophe comes after the S in this case.
Oh, It does.
Oh no, it's not. It's before the S.
If it was multiple grandfathers, then it would come after the S.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh no,
are you sure?
he's saying the apostrophe should come after the S, but that would be true only if there were multiple grandfathers.
I thought it was if there were multiples,
Grandfather.
or in the case, like in this case, where it's kind of like you're
Alright,
attributing it
here's
to
a-
one
use
person.
apostrophes possessively. Okay, so let's say there's an S.
I like how we're all even more retarded than the person who wrote this story.
No,
Yeah,
I can guarantee you here.
that's the real comedy in
So
this video.
grandfather apostrophe S is possessive.
Uh huh.
Grandfather's apostrophe is multiple grandfathers possessive.
I thought that, but for some reason, like I.
Grandfather's
Yeah,
apostrophe
up.
S isn't even a thing because that's only used for biblical figures.
Okay.
Or religious figures, rather, I should say.
Alright. Like,
you wouldn't say,
Jesus's,
you
the
wouldn't say
Jesuses, Jesus's. I would rather say Jesus's. That just sounds so much more fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's an apostrophe S after Jesus' name.
The Jesus lizard. Now then.
Alright, continue. Fuck. We can't continue with grammar speak when we're making.
Well, at least everyone listening to this learned something. Henry responded with, "I don't know, but my parents must know something, comma, and I don't think this is his own story." Like, I understand what he's saying and that he's not going to tell his parents over the phone, but, like, it just sounds so awkward. Like, really, really awkward.
This is awful.
Yeah.
I do not like this.
Emily said in sign language, instead of signing in sign language like you should actually do, she just regained her voice from the Deus Ex Machina base. I guess we just have to show mom and dad when they get home, and that's it. That's where the story ends.
Well, I hope everybody watching learns something special about
How to use apostrophes,
how to use apostrophes. That's pretty much all we talked about in terms of grammar.
because apparently, I can't even say I'm a better writer at that point because oh my god, I didn't even know that. I feel like I did, but I got it figured out somehow because of my retarded logic. But anyways,
Jack, you turn it back to Homo Salma.
yeah.
The proper version. So I'm just gonna tab out on Skype. We've got Terabee.
Terror
We
Beast.
have Lamb Chop Mama.
Momozama.
Amazing.
Maybe I don't know if this will happen next time, but there might be another story that he brings in.
Will you be able to obtain another physical copy?
Potentially, I don't. If he brings another story in, I will do my damnedest. Okay.
Tell him you're a big fan.
Yeah. Tell him.
There you go.
I have too much self-respect.